Hello all and welcome to another video in my journey to 1 Million Gamerscore series, and it's time for the April 2022 updates. And April was massively helped out by Xitilion throwing out a load of updates right towards the end of the month. I think I've done 8 of those so far, with a couple still to do, so we'll touch on those. There was an update for another game as well, which I was able to do as well as some other completions. I think it's about five of those, I believe. One of those was done thanks to a free trial. We'll get to that as well. As you'll see, I'm approaching 950,000 gamer score. 2 Xitilion updates will really put us right close to that. They'll be at the start of the next video. And my streak has passed 850 days, so 850 days in a row. I've unlocked at least one achievement thanks to the tracking of trueachievements.com. I know that's a thing. I'm also into the TA medals, which they started doing. They do monthly medals now, 3 a month, and you can get a gold and silver and a bronze in all of them. And at the moment I've got a full set of gold, so I was able to do last month's as well as the month before as well, so we've got all the golds there. But anyway, let's get on to the games and what I've got in the month of April. And as always, we start in chronological order, so let's scroll down. So what was the game that I done thanks to a free trial? And that was Croc's World Construction Kit 2 even, and as you'll see, the 4000 G there, that was done easily in under half an hour. I took it on without a guide. I know people have done guides for this, so you can get that time down to about 15 minutes. It's basically a very basic Mario Maker game. It's all, make it all on practically one screen, and if you know the setup and where to go on it, as I say, you can get it done in about 15 minutes. You've just got to make your own level there. You've got to rate 20 levels as well. The thing I discovered there is when you're searching for levels to finish, because you have to finish a level to rate it, if you actually search for the word achievement, you literally get worlds where you've got nothing to do and just walk off the edge of the screen, and you'll finish that world and then you can rate it. So I know I always rated everyone 5 stars because thank you for helping me get the achievement. So if everyone could do that, then it'll be even easier to find the levels that are for the achievements basically. So there we go. Create more than 20 levels, so literally, yeah, just throw one thing down, save it, one thing down, save it, and obviously you've got to do 1 and 3 as well as 20, and a level with more than 100 enemies, so yeah, just throw them anywhere as well, and you'll get the 20 enemies on a level as well at the same time. So there we go. We rated a level before we did a bit of creating and played an online level, so yeah, it's all really simple. And as I was going to say, it was a free trial of the game, so hopefully that's still available for you. The time that they give you on the trial is more than ample. It's more than ample. But I mean, even if you do have to pay for it, I think it's only £4 something, so it's not expensive. But yeah, I was very pleased to basically have nabbed that 1000 G there for free. Okay, above it is PES 2016. All I've done in that is literally win a game in each competition and exhibition mode for a few achievements there. I think I had one competition I hadn't won a game in to add to that this month, so there's only like 10 G there. But above it is Dadish, and Dadish was a very, very fun platformer. I could have technically done it quicker, I suppose, because the last achievement I got, you'll see here, is complete the game in hard mode. But you have to collect all the stars, and there's 1 star in every level that isn't a boss level. To have the star counted as collected, you have to finish the level in 1 hit with it. You can't just collect a star, die, and then not have to collect it again, if you get what I mean. You have to collect the star and finish the level. So I did actually play through the game effectively twice. I played through the game on normal, making sure I got all the stars, and then I played through it again on hard mode to get that achievement there. It's not too bad. I think there's a few levels in which you might have to take a few attempts to a bit of trial and error and things like that, because basically all it does is speed up the enemies, and there's extra bits of insta-death stuff on the floor and on the walls and things like that. So that's what I mean about the stars. But what you could do is you could play it on hard, and then if you can't get the star and finish the level easily, knock it back down again, do the level, and then go back and do it on hard. So you could probably take the time down to what I done on it. I think I spent about 7 hours with this game because I basically played through it twice. But the bosses in it, you get an achievement for beating each boss, and that's not hard. The patterns that they do is not difficult. Die 20 times around the same level, you might need to to farm that out, but there are a couple of tricky levels, so that might actually happen naturally. But apart from that, it's not a bad game at all. It's a very fun platformer, actually. I know there's a Dadish 2. I don't know what the completion's like on that, but the first one, to be honest with you, it's not too bad, but it will take a bit of time. Certainly if you do the approach that I did and basically do 2 playthroughs. The one thing I know is if you play through it once and finish the level on normal, I think you get a red tick in the top left hand corner. There's also a symbol that will tell you whether you've got the star or not. If you do it on hard, it's a green tick, or the other way round. So you'll know if you finish a particular level on hard or not by the colour of the tick, and you'll know if you've got the star or not. It does symbolise that for you. Okay, so we bunged in Pro Evo Soccer 2015, the Xbox One version, which I picked up ages ago for like 20p. Again, just finished some matches, won some matches in each competition and exhibition and things like that. Like the other PES, by the way, these games are both offline and have offline achievements, so if you're a completionist, they are games to avoid. I'm not so much anymore. If there's a completion available and I can get it, I will do it. However, I'm not too bothered now. A game, you can't get completion, it's not going to stop me playing a game. That's how I work nowadays anyway. But one of the TA medals for the month that has just passed was sports games. So that's why you'll see me popping an achievement in PES 2016 and playing some PES 2015 as well. So I had to get at least 600 gamer score out of sports games for the gold in that one. But anyway, above that is Life is Strange. And the TA medals made me, or inspired me, to basically get my arse into gear and play this, because I bought it ages ago in a sale and I missed a couple of optional photos, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start again when I can be bothered. And it just got put aside and I played other stuff, as can happen when you've got an insanely huge backlog. But anyway, getting collectibles was one of the TA medals, and every optional photo is a collectible in this. So every episode has 10 optional photos which you must get, and then there's an achievement for getting all optional photos in an episode. There are 5 episodes. Each episode, I suppose you can average it out to 2 to 3 hours to be safe. It's just a fantastic game. It's an episodic game where you make decisions and things like that. With the optional photos, what I would do is I'd watch a guide that shows you just where the photos are. So you can watch where the photo is, do it, and then watch where the next one is, wait till you recognise where you are, do it, and then so on until you've done them all. I used Maca91's individual guides for each chapter. He's broken them down into chapter and optional photos, and it's not really. I think there's a couple potentially could spoil it for you, but they're pretty much spoiler free with regards to any sort of dramatic endings that are in each episode. I won't ruin it for you, but if for some reason like me you've not touched the Life is Strange game, this is the first one. I'm going to play the others now. This is amazing. What a story. What an absolute brilliant story. Absolutely loved it. And I was going to say, it's not difficult 1000G either. It's just a matter of having a guide for the optional photos, because some of them involve a little bit of setup, some of them don't, some of them are just where you wouldn't think to look. So yep, get on to Life is Strange if you haven't played it already. I'm sure a lot of people have. Right, above that, Streets of Rage 4 just knocked out 2 more achievements in that. I used the TA guide for getting the combo achievements at the top here. Found the guide very helpful. Took a couple of attempts because it was a tiny bit tricky, but it was a really good guide. So I got the amazing combo and out of this world combo achievements just before the game left Game Pass. Unfortunately, the game is leaving Game Pass, or may have already left Game Pass. Actually, I haven't checked. Might have certainly left it by the time you're watching it, I'm afraid. But it's certainly a game that I'm going to be picking up if I find a physical copy for a good price, because it is an absolutely amazing game. It really is. Absolutely loved it. So just pop 2 in that. Right, Seb Loeb Rally Evo. I had got the online achievements and the what do you call it? The achievement at the beginning for just driving around the test track a couple of times, but I decided to sink some time into it because this counts as a sports game. It had plenty of rare achievements in it as well, because rare achievements was the other TA medal. So sports games, collectibles, and rare achievements in the month of April. So I put a lot of time into this, and if you're going for the completion, you will put a lot of time into it. It's an easily a 50-hour completion. Actually, 800 out of 1,000 now. Put a lot of time into the career mode. The last one I got was getting to 500,000 reputation points. You do need to get something like, I think, 1,100 and something million, or 1,100,000 and something reputation points to unlock something to do one of the 2 achievements that I've got missing, and I've only just passed 500,000. So yeah, win the last lower event in career mode, you have to get up to a certain position in the rankings to actually unlock that. So I've still got a lot of time to put into this. The other thing I will say about this is you can put it on AI easy, and you can put the handling on easy for you as well. Then it becomes obviously a lot easier. You end up just driving through it. However, I find sort of what I call the common driving angle that most people use, and I certainly use in most games, of sort of just behind the car, so you can see all of the car and it's just behind it. The handling on this is actually very difficult if you use that view. The only way I can make this sort of easy for me and much easier to handle was to use what I call the above bonnet view. So rather than sitting in the car so you can see the steering wheel and sort of the windscreen as you're sitting in a car, you're actually sort of in front of the windscreen. You can see the bonnet in front of you. The handling on that was the way to go for me, and actually made the handling okay for me. Behind the car was just difficult, even on easy. But we've got to do the lower experience events there. That's a mode outside of the career, and one of those is a time trial, which I'm really struggling with, but we will go back to it and try and get it done. I think there's a completion there for me, just a couple of achievements away, and a lot of time still to put into it because of getting to the last event in career mode. Not an awful game. I would say don't spend the money on it, which is full price. I think it's something like 15 or 16 quid. I actually picked it up in a sale for 79p. I'm not going to say it's going to turn up for 79p again, but this game does turn up in sales a hell of a lot. So if that tickles your fancy and you like rally games, it's a decent looking rally game actually, graphically nice. And I was going to say, when I used that certain view for driving, I found it actually kind of quite enjoyable. Not a chore to play, but it's still going to take some time. Okay, Flasco Man had another update to get up to 3,000 Gs. Basically for finishing, I think 3 levels and doing a certain thing. Or is it 4 levels and doing a certain thing? Where are we? 25th of the 4th. Yeah, 36. Find a jump section in extra levels and jump 5 times. It's a little computer screen with a number on it. You need to jump in front of that 5 times. I mean, just use T8 if you don't know where that is, or you'd like to know where it is before you start the level. 37. Find the silver key on level 38. You can't really miss it, to be honest. You can see where it is. Just make sure you pick it up and finish 38. If you can use a guide to blast through those levels, but to be honest with you, they weren't too difficult, and I did it without using a guide, but had to do a little bit of trial and error, things like that. But not difficult at all. Yeah, even without guide, those levels took under half an hour easily. Gorogo is just there because I'm trying to focus on Microsoft reward points as well to pay for my ultimate nowadays. Just, it's something I feel like I should put an effort into, and there was some points for making 100 moves, so I haven't actually added anything to that, although I do need to. That is on Game Pass. Right above it is Tony and Clyde. This is a super easy completion of 2,000 Gs, and it's a shame that it's done in such a quick time, because it was quite a fun game. It's kind of like a 3D version of Hotline Miami Vice, if that makes sense, and a bit of exploration in rooms and things like that, killing enemies. You have to play the first level a few times. Look, I mean, the last achievement I got was getting killed 10 times. I had to farm that out. You know, it's not difficult as well. See that little symbol there in the thumbnail for that achievement there? Read the wall of the fame about the gang. That's in a side room. You can't miss it if you're looking for it. I was going to say use a guide just in case you are missing it. Get killed 5 times. So we're done here. That's killing like a certain enemy, a juice enemy, and he appears in the first level, sort of in the first section that's teaching you how to play the game. You have to kill him 5 times in that level, so you almost have to die and then go back and kill him, sort of thing. But everything is honestly, it's really easy. The killing 30 enemies and things like that, all the achievements are super easy. As I say, it won't even take half an hour. It will take about 15 minutes. It's not difficult, and it's just a shame because it looks like a fun game, and I might actually play that and just put a bit of time into it. Or they might update it again because they've already updated it once. Okay, Galaxy Shooter DX. This popped up in the south for £2.9. It's only £4 something anyway. It looked fun, so I thought I'd give it a go, and it was fun. It's basically keep playing and eventually you will win, because it's an auto, well, of course it's auto scrolling, it's a vertical shmup, but it's an auto firing vertical shmup, so you don't even have to hold shoot, you just have to literally steer your craft and then pick up credits and just buy upgrades as you go along. So the last, well, buy a skin was the last achievement I got, because that doesn't help you in any way. But upgrading a weapon to the maximum, upgrading motors to the maximum, upgrading armor to the maximum, and it's for each level upgrading at least one to that. But you want to upgrade everything in every character to help you get through it and defeat the second boss and do the first level as well. The first boss is level 10, the second boss is level 20. So you need to get to the 20th level, basically. Unfortunately, it is the same boss twice, which I suppose is good if you just want to know the pattern, because you've already faced it once. It just takes a bit longer and it's a little bit harder and faster, basically, but not a massive difference. But yeah, if you keep on upgrading like you need to do to get the achievements, it just becomes easier because you're doing more damage and you're more protected as you go along. There's defeat first boss and things like that. I would say there's an achievement for equipping the magnet. I would upgrade that to level 2 pretty early on, because that really will help suck in the credits that you need to buy the stuff and upgrade your stuff. So the first couple of achievements you'll unlock is not difficult. I mean, destroy 20 anti-aircraft guns, it won't take long. Buy an upgrade and destroy 20 enemies in a row. Complete the tutorial. You'll pop some achievements really quickly, but the rest of it, as I say, you just have to play it and keep upgrading. So it will take you a bit of time. It took me nearly 8 hours, and to be honest with you, it can be as quick as 6 hours, I would say, if you're good at shmups. So I'm all right at them, not the greatest at them, but I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't mind, so that's a fair completion time is 7 to 8 hours, but I reckon it can be done in 6 if you're more adept at them than I am. Right, the Xitilion updates begin. Explore of the Night, which is a really easy platformer. I think if you just finish the 9th level and the 8th level, you'll get the other achievements along the way, because there are things that you need to do in those levels. Not difficult at all, but it took about 10 minutes, if that, with the updates. The whole 4000 G is not difficult at all, as is Butterfly 2 and Butterfly 2 for Windows 10. A couple of more updates there, so 5 more levels needed to be done in there, so that would have been 16 to 20 needed to be done on there, and if 16 to 20 needed to be done on there, the update on that one would have been 21 to 25. Right, these obviously came out at the same time because the updates were up to 3000 G. So yeah, 16 to 20 on both of those. Should have really worked out from the last one. They pretty much work on the same thing. So yeah, 16 to 20 on both of the first intro Hedgehogs games as well. Done some more boosting on F1 2017 and nothing new added there. I am very close to the last online achievement. Thanks to Rossa Bohor for helping me out on that one. We'll get the last online achievement done on that soon, and then the completion is in sight for me, but will still take a bit of time. Colourful Galore, the Windows version had an update, but not the console version. I guess one of them is ahead of the other, respectfully. And I'm guessing, yeah, oh no, that's not 16 to 20 in this case. You need to do 26 to 30 on this one to get to your 3000 G. And then finally, when we load up above that, Plants vs Zombies Battle for the Neighbourville, the last achievement in that game is still being worked on, and that is to rank all of the characters, not all of the characters, because you can buy 3 extras, but 20 characters up to master level, and we've done some more work on that. We've now done 11 characters, which means we've got 9 more to go. We found a method which is a lot quicker than what I've been doing so far. It's quite funny how I've sort of found methods to sort of get a little bit quicker each time, and now I'm at the optimum speed, I would say, that I could possibly find, thanks to TA publishing a walkthrough for this game and providing another boosting method for that, which I'm now using. So I want to set that up for the mill. I think I've mentioned that in previous videos, so we're getting there. As I say, we've done 11 characters, we've got 9 more to go. We need to do 8 more to set it up and then get the last character relatively close, and then we'll probably do a stream of hitting the 1 million. And that is April 2022's Gamerscore, an update done. So if you have enjoyed this video, please hit a thumbs up. If it has helped, please hit a thumbs up. Any questions about any games, please put it in the comment section below of this video, and I will respond to it and try and help as much as I can. If you have enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing as well. That just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do take care.